Hey YouTube, the first TEMU bag is here, the first because I already fell for it and bought two. So I saw this the other day, or last week, I kept getting adverts for this pedal. Tone! I didn't know it was for more tone. Yeah, so I've got a pedal. And then the pedal was only £1.80. Something like that. I'll put it up as the thumbnail for it. And then so I was like, up here, right, I'll buy that. And it's up here, you get free postage, you've got to spend a tenner. So I bought pots, so that should be handy. So there we go. 4 large A500 pots, useful. I'm surprised I bought A500, I normally get plenty of them, I'm sure I bought B500. 4 small B500s, always useful, and hopefully these are B500s as well. Actually they're for a guitar that's sitting behind me over there, that's why I bought A's and B's, so they're all the same. And these should be B's. B500s, so there we go. So big pots, little pots, cardboard box, they're dead useful. You can't really have enough of them. So what tone we're getting? It's a really nice dented box. It does say vintage distortion or vintage dist on it. It's actually been squished. I hope it survived. I need to. Quite excited about this. So this is the cheapest pedal I've ever bought, and I bought one for a £5 once. A Behringer distortion. There's rubber feet. Whether I should want them or not. Instructions, don't need them. It's not quite the Jobby Brown I thought it was. It's kind of a bit more respectful. But what I'm thinking here is volume, filter, distortion. I know a pedal that's got volume, filter and distortion. Also, it's got solo R, turbo R and normal R. So what I think it is a rat pedal. The brown rat, perhaps. So I want to see what it's going to sound like, because you know I'm a big rat pedal fan. It's my favourite pedal. If I move that to there, so you can see a bit more of the guitar. I can move that to there so you can actually see. There you go. Right, lovely. Yeah, so nothing's turned on. So I've got high hopes for this because I like rat pedals. I did have a standby rat pedal, but I gave it to Jen at Christmas. It's like my wee Mosky one. So I'll probably, assuming that that's what this is, I'm assuming I'm going to know it's a rat pedal as soon as it plays because I'm so used to playing my own rat. Bit humbucker. Running through the tuner again because it's hot today, so everything's moving. The trick is that hopefully you're learning some of these habits off me is just tune the guitar anyway. You're much better off tuning the guitar than just picking it up and playing it, because sometimes you don't notice when it's off. Right, so standard setting on a rat is everything up at noon and then normal R. So is it a rat? Yes, it's a rat pedal. Compared to a real rat. Watch this, I'm going to try and press both of them at the same time and play a chord at the same time. It's a little bit trashier. a bit more brash, I would have said. It's got a slightly different. There you go. The only knob I ever really touch on is the filter one, and it makes a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, the Mosky Rat I found that you had to have the filter up at like 3/4 to make it sound like it did in the middle, but yeah, so this one, this is of course assuming that both the knob on this one is on the centre and the knob on mine is in the centre. When I say in the centre, I mean obviously you can put the knob on, or you can pull the knob off, rotate it, but put it back on again. I'm assuming that it's pretty much ballpark anyway, and the filter knob goes the wrong way as well, so you find it gets brighter when you go to the left, and darker when you go to the right. I mean, this comes out, I suppose it's you just get used to what you know, and I know a rat, and I can smell a rat. Yeah. I'm annoyed that the colours are like the colours actually almost identical to this guitar. You see, it's almost a walnut colour. See how close that colour is. So that's impressive. So I suppose that which mine doesn't have, mine's the original Proco big box Rat. This has also got solo Rat, which I don't know what that is. I remember watching a video, Josh from JHS Pedals did a video on all the different Rats, and there only are 2 or 3, basically. The Turbo is one of them. I think the solo might be, I think there basically are 3 Rats, although there's maybe slight differences, but it's the same circuit sort of thing. But I think the only 3 genuinely different ones, apart from the fact that maybe the older ones sound slightly different because they didn't have component X, so they used a modern equivalent sort of thing. But I mean, it's not different enough for me to notice that's not a Rat. So Turbo Rat, which I didn't like on the wee Moscow one. Let's kill the volume a bit. Apart from being a bit louder, it doesn't sound any different. Oh, it's a bit treblier. That's maybe a little bit more distortion than Rat now. I would say there's definitely more difference between Turbo Rat and normal Rat on that than there is between the real Rat and normal Rat on that. Definitely. So what does the solo one sound like then? It's like a different mid shape somewhere. Obviously I'm saying, hearing solo Rat and going, solo, play a solo with it. actually I quite like the solo rat mod. This might actually manage to get a place on my pedal board just for having that solo, which is just a slightly different EQ. It's still a rat mod. Turbo! Normal! Yeah, it's kind of like a mid boost. I quite like it on that solo one. Yes, I love rat pedals. This is a rat pedal. Love it. I need to actually look up and see exactly how much it was I actually paid for it. It did. The price did go down, and it was a special introductory offer with a what do you call it on it? Like you had to scan to open up an app and scan a QR code thing to get it. It's one of those things. It probably took me half an hour to work out how to do it. Where's the advert? How long ago was it ordered? It was ages ago. It was there. £1.82 it cost. There's the thingy. Normally on the page, actually, to be honest, I was looking at it on eBay, and it was one of those ones I stuck it on my watch list just in case I get, the 10% offer thing you often get if something's in your watch list, and then a couple of days later, oh, something you're watching's 20% off. I think that's what happened with the pedal, the other Delamo pedal. So this is no longer my Delamo. I keep calling it my Delamo Fuzz, which is just called Fuzz. But I was really impressed with that pedal, one of the best pedals I've had, and this is a really good rat pedal. I like the size as well. No, I like it. And as I said, for £1.80, it's not, even at 20 quid, it's worthwhile. If everyone should have a rat. I don't know, it's like, a rat's sort of, it's not fuzz and it's not distortion, it's something in the middle. To be honest, the reason I used one is because the only amp I had was my Sovtech, and it's a 60 watt tube monster, which, run through that 3x12 cabinet up at half volume, playing along with a drum kit. It's the best amp in the world. In the house, playing at this volume, it doesn't work. Well, it works. As in it makes sound, and it sounds pretty good, but it doesn't distort. You just have to turn the volume up to distort, so you end up with a sort of, it's kind of almost like, I imagine it's been held back. So it's playing and it's going, I'm trying, just come on, turn the volume up a bit, come on, and it's like when you turn it up, once you get to sort of half, it suddenly goes, and then it releases all the sound, whereas before that it's kind of like a sort of strained, sort of, come on, please, come on, just push it a wee bit more, So what I found was the rat pedal, which is my pal Michael gave me. He bought it in America in about 1996 or 7 or 8 or something like that. When I was in the band The Comfy Chair, which was my first ever band, he went to America. I think we were in the studio for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Then he went to America for 2 weeks to see his cousin. And then when he came back, he had Jackson Kelly and Seymour Duncan pickups and that rat pedal. And at the time we were playing Song 2 by Blur, which has got that the rat pedal I've got in it, the big box one. I think it's not an original, it's a 90s reissue or something like that. which would make sense if it was bought in the 90s. And I used it on the bass for song 2, and then I kind of had it for about the next couple of years. I had it maybe 50% of the time, and then I just bought it off him, and I've had it ever since. It's been basically the only pedal I ever used up until pretty much I moved into this house. I don't think I had any other pedals on the board. A tuner, maybe, that was it. I know, I had a clip-on tuner. But, so the Rat pedal's very much my thing. Even on clean. I quite liking that solo R though. I've got a feeling when there's also a You Dirty Rat pedal. Was that maybe what the solo is? I'm trying to. I think there was only 3 actual Rat pedals, and they were all the same. And there was a couple of variations. So the earlier ones didn't have, the knob wasn't called filter. It was called tone, and it went the other way. But it was the same knob with a different name, or the same thing behind in the back. And then there's obviously different versions with different types of screen printing on them. But that's not a different pedal. It's just a different coloured box sort of thing. So I'm actually quite liking the lead one. It's quite an aggressive, modern sounding thing though, as opposed to normal. There's just something so warm and fuzzy that I love about a Rat pedal. I do think that my love for the Rat is not normal though, because Rat is very famously, bands I don't like use it. Well, not bands I don't like, but not my favourite bands use it. What's his face? Nuno Bettencourt uses one all the time. He's got it on. It's his only pedal. He uses it, and he's got it like kind of the distortion at nothing in the volume. Basically, it's barely on, but it's there. And things like the Smashing Pumpkins and all that use, and well, Blur for song 2 use this sort of Rat pedal, or not this sort, like a Rat pedal. It's not one of the famous ones. It's kind of like an outlier. Everyone knows about the Tube Screamer. Everyone knows about the Big Muff. Everyone knows about, the Super Fuzz. But the Rat's a kind of odd one. I don't know why it appeals to me. It kind of just seems to do everything. It's the only sound I need. Clean's nice. So well, there's my two sounds are Rat pedal and Rat pedal off. Clean. Rat. It's also good for hiding sound, hiding mistakes a little bit. I'm sure that the other one had it's not a brilliantly done box. Not that it really needs anything. I wonder if it's true bypass. Take a battery. I don't even think it does. No. No. Knob adjust as needed. Guitar input. Foot switch on off. Sketch map. Output to audio device. I suppose it tells you where to plug it in and where to plug it out. It didn't actually say Rat in the... Oh, it's D11 it says on it. It didn't actually... But it's more tone. It's like, Mr. Whitesnake, you need more tone. It's like... And it's for less as well, but it's like... It doesn't matter how much it costs. It's just more tone. It's like, sort of having better tone. I just want more of it. I'm liking the... I've gone from being not super impressed with the Jobby Brown to being super impressed because it's totally walnut colour. Solo mode! So I suppose what I think you should do now is have a wee look on Wish and Alibaba and all AliExpress and all these things to see if they've got an introductory offer, because that was a special offer. They're normally, I think to be honest, they're only 20 quid. So basically, even if you buy whatever your special offer is, you've got to spend a tenner to get free postage, and then after that, which I went back on after I bought this before it arrived, I did stop myself, but it was £15. I spent £15 on utter rubbish. Well, not utter rubbish, just things for £1 that you go, oh, that's worth £1. 15 things. Luminous shoelaces, quality musical stuff. I got a disco light for the front of the bass amp as well. Shit, stuff like that. It's quite funny. It's like that. What was it? The tagline? Shop like a millionaire. And I kind of get it, because you look through it and you just think, you can buy any of these things, and it's like, because they're only £1 or £2, and you're like, yeah, there we go. But I would recommend, if you're basically talking about how I want a distortion pedal, that's my favourite one. Now already, just from one go. Yeah, so there you go. So you've got a, what's the army marches at the speed of the slowest soldier, or it's like the weakest part of your rig is the cheapest part. So we've got Orange TH30. What they come in at? Is it 950 quid, something like that? This guitar, if you could ever buy one, would cost more than that. And okay, there are other pedals in the chain, but they're not on. And a £1.82 pedal, and I have no problem playing my top of the range handmade solid burl walnut DiMarzio, fucking everything you can possibly fling at a guitar in this guitar, and then just a solid old tube orange amp, and then a £1.80 rat pedal. Yeah. I think I actually like the fuzz pedal, which is actually still in my. I don't normally use it in this guitar, but. It's only when you've been using a fuzz and you go back to the rat, you go, well, it's not really a fuzz, is it? It's almost like that pedal, that fuzz pedal, is in there as well, but it's just kind of at the back. A quarter of it, of the sound, is exactly what that fuzz is doing, but the other 3/4 is this other shape. Do I try, before I turn this off, I'm just messing about now. So the thingy, the way to have the distortion at practically nothing. Oops. Yeah, it's not noticeably not doing anything right now. But according to Nuno, when you're on the dirty channel on your amp, it tightens it up. Let's see if it makes a difference. It does. I need to do some really fast. What do I do? Well, I haven't thought this could actually get with less distortion. Can I get a low distortion sound out of it? Right? Not really. I'm not keen on the turbo rat. I think the turbo rat might be for like extremely heavy metal, like thrashes. I don't know how you play at Metallica. It's a bit more. So, let's be honest here, I'm a huge Rat fan anyway. That's a pretty good Rat as far as I'm concerned. I will have to do a double up the two of them, because I mean, that one I've got is worth 150 quid or something like that. So, obviously at £1.80, it doesn't matter. You've only got an acoustic guitar and you only play jazz, it's £1.80, buy it anyway. But at 20 quid, which I'm going for, or 25 quid, I think if you hunt about eBay, you can get it for 20 quid. New. At 20-25 quid, bargain, I would buy one. If I had any reason to have a second Rat pedal, that's why I'm thinking here with that solo mode, wondering if I can actually squeeze it onto my pedal board, have an excuse for having two Rats. The only reason I'm using the actual Rat over the Mosky one is because I've got an actual Rat. Not because it sounds any different or sounds any better. But I'm glad they sorted the as I said, it's not really much of a problem. I said that when I did it. One of my biggest videos actually an A and B with the Mosky Rat versus the real one. And what I did was I put it after the loop pedal, so I had a loop playing the two and I made them both sound the same and you couldn't tell the difference. I think when I A-B'd them a year or two later, when I decided that I wanted to try and use my real Rat, there's no point in having it. No, what I did was actually I put a light in it so you could tell it was on, and I swapped the stupid power supply thing, like a headphone socket. So I put in a proper Boss one, and that's when it came out. And is it psychosomatic or whatever? Is it placebo when you see it and go, that's an expensive one, that's a cheap one? I'll use the expensive one because it's better, even though I'm not sure it did sound better. So I'll do an A/B with this one. Maybe get a lot of views on that as well. But as soon as he turned it on, it's like I mean, I honestly didn't even know it was a Rat. I think with the vintage R and solo R, mind you, that's just what it says in the tin. Might not necessarily do that. Yeah, so yes, I recommend Brown Rat. That's a Delamo vintage distortion. Some of the other pedals, it actually tells you what it is it's a copy of. There's one that says that this is a copy of a Boss SD1 or whatever it is. That one doesn't. It just says this makes quite a difference to your sound. It's almost like someone who plays the guitar, but English isn't their first language, but plays the guitar, was told to do a description of these things and didn't know what a Rat pedal was. I think is what's happened there. Because the way it's described, it's like, this makes quite a difference to the sound of your guitar. it kind of says it's not a transparent overdrive, and it's not like a tube screamer, and it's not like something else, because it isn't really a Rat. Kind of is its own thing. How much of the actual original sound of the guitar that comes through it isn't as high as some other stuff, which I suppose it's a bit shit when you're paying a couple of £1,000 guitar to £1,000 amp. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you want to maintain as much as the original transparent overdrive. Nah, Rat pedal, the great evener. But again, the amps I like tend to be kind of almost governed by the Rat. Sticking a Rat into a solid state amp doesn't do the same thing as it does put into the 4 amps that currently I think are the best amps. Being my wee Laney 15, VC15, the PV Valve King, and the Orange. I said 4. What was the 4th one? The Sovtek. The Sovtek's the best amp in the world, so there's no point around it. But even something like that, I would have no issue with the Super New if it was mine. Paul Reed Smith heads, with your 280 quid. I think the 280 quid. I think that costs. Well, I think you got it free. You get it free with the amp if you bought it. I'd imagine that it's probably out of they'll probably all sold out now. But so you get a flanger, a Burn Through the Trees double octave flanger for 280 quid, or for 2 quid. So it's a 100th. You could have 100 Delamos. And to be honest, I'm playing a gig tonight. Right, you can use my Orange. Cool. What pedal do you want? Do you want the PRS £280 double flanger, or do you want that £2 Rat pedal? I'll have the £2 Rat pedal because I could actually use that for everything. As long as you get a tube amp, Rat pedal out at the front of it, laughing. Tube amp that doesn't have a gain channel, Rat pedal, there's your gain channel, as far as I'm concerned. My God, I talked for too long on that one. So come and see us tomorrow. Today's Friday. I'm going to put this video out now so it's current. The next TEMU thing should be, it might even arrive on Monday or Tuesday, something like that. I'll do another unboxing or unbagging. Yes. So come and see us at Brayhead Shopping Arena, near JD Sports somewhere, apparently. Because me and Jen are going to go and try and punch some, or display some J-Pax guitars and a lot of pick guards. So if you've got a scratch plate, if you fancy one, why not bring... Basically, you really only get Strats and Tellys. There are other ones, but Strats and Tellys, if you've got a Strat and a Telly, bring it along, and then you can sit there and you can go, oh, nah, that one looks right. Rare opportunity, and come and talk to us, because it's going to be pure, I don't know, it's a craft fair. You look at the other craft things, it's like, wee chintzy bits of jewellery and stuff like that. Like, we're turning up with guitars, mad painted guitars, so it could be quite interesting. I think it'll be shit, but it'd be nice if there was somebody, if some of you guys would come in and actually talk to me to give us some sort of oomph. Fucking, is it it's a 12-hour shift or something? Jesus, it's going to be awful. So yes, rock on. And so far, TEMU have been good. That was only a week, 2 weeks. Not long, considering it was coming from China, I assume. Rock on, like and subscribe.